Yeah, 810, act like you know where I'm at, this my area code. 810, yeah, let's roll. Flint down, homie, representing G.
3.
So the 87 Escort I smashed, and that was unsalvageable. And then after that, I had the 87 Buick Somerset. So 87 is the first 3. 87 Buick Somerset, and that's the one that would stall out all the time. And I ended up on my way to Playland because I was going to redeem tickets, and it was after I'd worked a double shift in Lapeer at the temp job. I fell asleep, and I ended up hitting somebody with like the speedometer flashing because like I would only go up to 75 and it was digital. And for the year that it was made, 87, that was like astonishing, right? But it was a digital speedometer and it flashed at 75. And you were going faster, but that's all it could tell you were doing, right? And I came to right before I smashed the truck in front of me, and my speedometer flashed at 75, and I seen him, he was about a fucking car length ahead of me. And I was fucking zooming. I just fucking grabbed the wheel, braced the fuck, and pushed into the seat. Actually jumped up and down. But put it all back together, and I was going down Fenton Road in the rain. I was only doing 30, and the dude in front of me just ripped over in the next lane. There was some stupid bitch parked waiting to turn into Domino's, and there was nowhere for me to go, so I had to hit the bitch.
That was the truck.
Yeah.
And then there was the white car.
The white car, I didn't brake.
I had the red bumper.
Yeah, I called the junkyard and had him come pick it up because the fucking shocks busted through the...
That's all we were bouncing all the time.
Right, the shocks had busted through the actual fucking wheel
I
wells in the
remember
back
that.
of the trunk. And I had rigged it many a times. I was using like fucking muffler strapping, and I would go in there and I fucking tap it into what was left, but like it just kept ripping more of the wheel well out. So like when you went down the street, it was like being on the ocean.
Yeah, I got butterflies in that car all the time.
If you weren't ready for it, you might get sick.
That was the only time I had seasickness was in that car.
It was just woo.
What was the car you had when you left?
That was the 93 LHS. That was the 93 LHS. It was basically a Concorde. It was the precursor to them coming out with the 300.
I thought so.
And that one had, as soon as it had no windows.
That's right.
And
that's the van that Jared opened up the water.
Yeah. That water is actually infamous because it started with, at the time I still had the Grand Am and that. So we
with three vehicles.
Right, we started out with the Grand Am, and then we went to Jared's truck. I said, I can go get the van. So then we went and got the van.
What the fuck?
And then we continued. And somehow we got a poor bum with water.
7 times.
7 times. Like, we got him at Corona. It was up and down Corona Street.
Come on, man.
We got him so many poor times. That poor guy. He didn't really deserve that.
And he was garbage picking.
He was garbage picking. That's what Jared wanted to do. Jared wanted to steal his bottles he was collecting. So let's take his bottles.
I didn't even bring up. Didn't we go down here before?
Yes.
Because I didn't even mention Boulder Creek where I grew up.
That's why we're taking a detour. And then my favorite one of those I was driving Jared's truck and he was in the back stand up to do water in the bed.
That was awesome. But when he opened up the van side door like the A-Team, that was awesome. I also lived in Maplebrook briefly.
If you think about it, every time he got to do an awesome hit, I was at the wheel.
Yeah. Boulder Creek was where
we'd never done until something bad happened, and then the consequences hit. And that's why I told you yesterday, and when we were having that discussion, I said I've never cared about the consequences. What's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just going to do what I want to fucking do, or what I feel I need to do. And what happens, happens. The consequences are never, I understand them, I think about them, I consider them, but they're not going to stop me. They're not going to make me pause.
And I think that this is why we always, all three, worked well together, because I'm the one that does.
I just don't care.
So therefore, I already have an exit strategy.
I'm going to get down how I'm going to get down.
And Jared just wants to do it.
Yeah, he just wants to do he just wants to do shit. So we're going to cut up into Boulder Creek here and do a little side mission.
Boulder Creek Apartments. This is where my mom and I moved from Grand Rapids, 1989. She just broke up with my stepdad. Terrible, traumatic thing. And right here in this first entry, my Uncle Steve lived in what these were called single apartments. He lived here. And then the only reason we moved here, we used to wrestle and fucking play in this tennis court. We would do steel cage matches as kids, climbing the shit, beating the shit out of each other. So if you were an adult coming home from work, all you saw was kids in here beating the fuck out of each other. But down here, this is where Jared and I fought right here. We had right in front of that section. I had started to become friends with Jason and Tony. We got a guy, he's going to block us.
Who's it waiting for?
But Jared, no, it was Kenny Stafford. Kenny Stafford and I would walk over all the way from here and go hang out with Kenny Stafford, who lived in the neighborhood over here. And one night, I came back from hanging out at his house, and Jared and Tony and Jason did not like the fact that I was a traitor now with Kenny Stafford, and Jared and I got into a fight. The only time we ever fought. Looks like they've taken out actual whole complexes, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a whole complex missing over there.
Wow.
If you want, I can go down there and do a fucking loop.
There ain't no reason for that, but I'm shocked. I've not even been in here, like, we did something here.
Yeah, a lot
Music.
of stuff.
No, like we filmed something in front of here. Because remember the night that we were getting ready to do the brainstorming of the shoot that we were going to do for Taken From Me? We just seen little kids. This is a blast from the past. That's me. That's mixed me. That's what I used to do. Come down here and get crabs.